Good evening, and welcome to York Junior High's second annual Christmas show. Tonight, our 8th grade theater troupe presents A Suessified Christmas Carol by Peter Blodell. I'm your host, Brooke Baker. Tonight's show is sponsored by Red Door Performing and Visual Arts, produced by Lone Star Internet Radio and Chronos 104.5 and 106.1. Have you ever thought about becoming a fashion designer or stage actor?
What about a set or costume designer? Have you ever wanted to start your own business?
The Red Door Performing and Visual Arts at 1087 Pruitt in the Woodlands is the place to go for young artists who are looking for something extra special.
At RDPVA, we offer classes that inspire you to chase your dreams with a successful and energized approach.
Visit rdpva.com to find out more information about acting, movement, or leadership.
Or call 281-542-0500 to discover how you can get into one of RDPVA's unique programs.
Spring classes start soon, so call now.
281-542-0500. That's 281-542-0500.
Or go to www.rdpva.com and start the journey today. And now we present A Suessified Christmas Carol.
Ladies and gentlemen,
smart lads and lasses,
it's time to wake up now and put on your glasses.
Open your ears too, because we've got to play.
You've
got things to see and we've got things to say.
We're happy you made it.
We're so glad you're here.
So join us now with some good Christmas cheer.
Christmas cheer.
That's right.
Think of it all.
Eggnog.
And ham.
Christmas cookies.
Them all.
Baggages.
Packages.
Boxes.
And bows.
A Tinsley reindeer knit sweater.
Who knows? What about fruitcake or stuffing stuffed chickens?
What about Santee or old Charles Dickens?
Yes, Charles Dickens. Why, after the first, he's the second most Christmassy writer on earth.
A Christmas Carol.
Now there's a good story.
And it happens to be in our play inventory.
That's the play we're doing.
With just a few edits.
But we'll make sure Charlie D still gets the credit.
The language is more than a century old and might need some sprucing before it is told.
It's not that old Dickens can't be understood, but we think some rhyming might make him more good.
We've trimmed the plot down.
A few words got a tweak.
It might sound a little like Dr. Seuss speak.
But listen.
Come on.
Is that really offbeat? A Suessified Dickens play.
That could be sweet.
Seuss was a genius, just like Dickens was.
His style could get this play a few more guffaws.
Not that we're planning to do that.
I'll say,
this is a Dickensy show all the way.
We'll hold our breath, Blue.
Stick to the text closely.
Narrators are faithful.
At least they are mostly.
With all of that said,
after all that yakking,
let's start the story.
It's time to get crackin'. Here come the two business partners of old, the Scrooge and Jake Marley. Both were playing cold.
Now, when we say cold, we're not talking the weather. The cold came from inside them, both together.
Marley's cold heart finally went to his head, and then in an instant, he ended up dead.
Dead as a doornail, with only one mourner. He breathed his last breath.
And turned life's last corner.
The Scrooge was the only friend that Marley had, but even the Scrooge didn't think it that bad.
He struck a bargain.
Why should he weep?
I got Marley buried and I got it done cheap. Besides, too bad for him. I kinda got unlucky.
7 years passed as the Scrooge got more yucky.
The Scrooge was a bona fide all-people hater, a classic begrudger, and good news deflator.
And if there was ever a time of year that made the Scrooge more crabby and more crankier, then it was Christmas.
The cheer and the fun, all the parties, there's work to be done. There's no time for playing and singing those songs, there's trimming the trappings, it goes on so long. And all their children, with all of their toys, oh, the noise!
Now, people don't know why the Scrooge was so icky,
so mean and so coarse,
so prickly, so sticky.
It could be that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
Or maybe it just wasn't installed at all.
This is Bob Cratchit, the Scrooge's poor clerk.
Get busy, Cratchit, I pay to work. I don't pay people to sit there and fidget.
I'm sorry, sir. I was just warming my digits.
Oh, not with my candle. That cost $1.50. I got the slurbening kind because I'm thrifty.
Well, sir, perhaps with some coal for the fire?
Once you can just sit and perspire, can't stand the cold, well then looks, there's the door. Besides, too much heat in here ruins the decor.
In for a visit is bedhead Fred.
He had the day off and just got out of bed.
Fred is a cheerful and well-rested chap.
It's Christmas time, plus he just had a good nap.
Good Uncle, the Scrooge, Merry Christmas to you.
Bah humbug, now nephew, try combing that dew.
Christmas a humbug, you can't be that gruff.
How are you merry? You're still poor enough.
A good Christmas nap gives me my hair-stained power, but what about you? You're quite rich and still sour.
What else can I be in this world? It's not funny. People at Christmas pay bills without money. If I had my way, every Christmas buffoon should boil in their own figgy pudding, and soon.
Uncle!
Oh, sorry, was that a bit harsh? I meant that they all could be chased through a marsh by packs of alpaca-wolf debt-smelling bunnies and swung by their tails till they pay me my money.
Uncle!
Now, nephew, don't waste my time. Keep Christmas your way and I'll keep it mine.
But Uncle, you don't keep it. Come, let's be real.
What good has it done you? I mean, what's the deal?
Uncle, I know that I might not make much money. I like a good nap and my hair is funny. But Christmas is like we're all on the same train of goodwill and joy and hair unrestrained. Christmas has not put a dime in my pocket, but has done me good, so I say God bless it.
Hey, watch it there, Bob. One repeat from you and bye-bye to your job.
Come, Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle the Scrooge to you.
Join us for dinner tomorrow, please do.
No.
Come on.
Nuh-uh.
Please?
9.
There's a feast.
Not a chance.
We'd let you carve the roast beast.
Not that I wouldn't love that. Nice try. I wouldn't love that. Now please leave.
Well, it seems, Uncle, if you made your decision, just thought you want some time off from your long division.
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas and cheer.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Cratchit.
Merry Christmas and a happy.
Cratchit.
The Scrooge had a head, and he needed to scratch
The
it.
wages I pay my clerk ought to be painful, and yet he is cheerful. I'm going insaneful.
Just a reminder to let you all know, this is by no means a Dr. Seuss show.
We said it before, we'll say it again. This is a Dickensy show to the end.
These two are from Diddy From Dumburg.
It's one of the subsiest most suburbs that came to the Scrooge's firm, right through his door.
Looking for stuff to collect for the poor.
Mr. the Scrooge, our Festivus season, many are hungry.
In need without reason.
They have no presents.
No Christmas tree stars.
Their poor Christmas trees have no stars upon theirs. Hundreds and thousands of people want common provisions.
What of the workhouses? Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
They are, yes indeedy.
Then send them all there. Can't you see that I'm greedy?
Those places furnish no good Christian cheer.
That's why we're asking for donations here.
We come here because your abundance rejoices.
And to seduce you with their bassy voices.
From you what small offerings might we entice?
I won't give a dime, but your voices are nice. No, I don't make merry when Christmas comes round, and I don't fund slackers to go party down. Prisons and workhouses, those I supply.
But many can't go down there.
And would rather die.
Then they better do it and spare our whole nation from the weak and surplus population. If you don't stop all that Christmassy racket, I'll be forced to use my racket whack racket. I've got it programmed to whack any tack, any rickety noise that's too cranky to hack. So if you want to test me and see what's the matter, just keep up that caroling clamorous clatter. Tomorrow I suppose you want off of work.
If it's convenient.
Just me, no clerk? Not very convenient or fair, I may say. A wage for no work for an entire day.
It's just once a year, sir.
Shoosh, I know the docket. Poor excuse, annually picking my pocket.
The Scrooge, although crabby, gave into some weakness.
And let Cratchit have his full day off for Christmas.
He gave Bob Cratchit a crabby pants warning.
Be here all the earlier post-Christmas morning.
I'll try hard not to forget to remember to come early the 26th of December.
Then just out the door, Cratchit found an air pocket and flew down the street like a heat-seeking rocket.
He had been freezing cold all day long, but he danced as he rang home and sang Christmas songs.
The Scrooge wasn't bothered by icy cold breezes. He kept his core body temp 30 degrees.
1 degree more, he'd consider a waste of valuable resources and in poor taste.
He made his way through the populous bramble.
All of this cheer is too much to handle. Perhaps if I scowled enough and showed his taste, his good fuels would get out of my face.
The Scrooge ate his regular meals at a pub.
The workers were used to his regular snubs.
He'd never leave tips at that establishment.
What's a tip?
But he knew what that meant.
To cut through the crowds full of mirth was a chore, but before long, the Scrooge faced his own door.
At last, it's my door. It's the door that I own, the one with the knocker that hangs from my home. The portal I pass through to enter my place. This time, the door knocker looks like a...
It's a face.
Oh, my... A talking door knocker. What are the chances? It gave me a scare. Now I need to change pantses. What? Now it's gone, my door knocker stalker. The face was Jake Marley's and his mouth the talker.
The Scrooge was not tired and went up to sleep. He liked the darkness because it was cheap.
He walked in the dark to his chamber like normal, but something was different, a bit paranormal.
So this time he gave a concerned look around and took little peeks as he donned his nightgown.
No one's by my table or under my bed. Those boinga beans I ate must have gone to my head.
Then there was a noise from the bowels of his house.
Some creature's here. Something big, not a mouse.
A scraping like drag and a grunting of pain.
I sure hope it's something low on the food chain. That dragging, that groaning, it makes me most unsteady. I had to change my pants one time already. Well, technically speaking, I have a gown on, and I'm not ashamed. It's not one thing to get down on. A man to his bed can wear what he wants to. Comfortably is what I...
Bill!
Oh, please! Don't! Wait a sec. Who are you?
Ask me who I was. You'll never guess, dude.
Jake Marley.
You guessed it. That stinks. What a rip.
Jake, you seem 85% more hip.
Try 85.6 repeating instead. That's how much more hip I am now that I'm dead.
You mean in death you're most stylish? I doubt it.
It's the truth.
Horrors.
Yeah, tell me about it. What? What's the problem? Are you misbelieving?
Yes, it's true. I don't believe what I'm seeing. I just had supper and it was quite foul. It sits there between the two floors of my bowels. That's why I never eat while I'm investing. The bowels can play tricks on your brains while digesting. I'd like to believe in you, Jake, but I can't. My bowels and brains are ghost intolerant. The best explanation I can surmise is that you, Jake Marley, must still be alive.
What can I do to prove that I passed? How about I give you this buck?
The Scrooge gasped.
Jake wouldn't give me a buck.
The Scrooge choked.
Okay, I believe you. I now know you're croaked.
When I was alive, I shared your greed. I pinched all my pennies and never gave heed to one single person or one single cause. They were all hoodwinked, who weren't who I was. When my death certificate got its last stamp, I was sent straight off to ghost haunting camp. That's where they told me that I would be wearing clothes that in life I would not be caught wearing. I mean, look at this getup. The feathers and bows. I even have flashing like socks on each toes. Ruffles and sparkles, this Elvis cape collar. It's crazy what you can get for a ghost dollar. Check out the beanbag train with the bird cage. In Ghostland, beanbaggy trains are all the rage, especially beanbag trains followed by cages, the height of ghost fashion.
How wretched, outrageous.
In my life, my greed brought me this yuck-tastic outfit. In death, it went on.
And you won't take it off yet?
Dude, it don't come off. And you're in big trouble, because the suit that you're buying is worser by double. The hat that you'll wear is 3 stories tall, but the brim will be tight, because they're making it small.
Will it be heavy?
Yes?
What holds it up?
4 Marlboro columns that go to the top. A small roller coaster will weave in between them as rocking, pecking woodpeckers peck just to clean them. You'll wear glasses with fish tanks in place of each lens. Each fish trained to jump and flip end over ends.
How will I see?
That's the least of your worries. The suit is made from blue sneezy fuzz furries.
I can't wear that. I'm allergic to those.
Everyone is, but there's more to your clothes. Those fashion experts have found what is trendy. The things that are in are pants that are bendy. Ghost bendy pants are so bendy it's nuts. They'll bend both your legs into pencil-shaped putty. You'll roll like a ball with each step in this doll because you'll recall that your hat is too tight and too small.
Stop now. How come you sit there and tell me this? You've made my heart silk all the way down to my pelvis. If I loosen my gown, it might fall all the more.
Well, your heart's made of ice. It might shatter on the floor.
Is that why you came interrupting my piece to say what a nerd I'll be when I'm deceased? Because of the things I hear on earth I transgress, I'll be forced into after-death fashion excess?
Right on the money. Oh, pardon the pun. The things you hate most are the things you'll become. That's part 1, dude. Now here comes part 2.
Stop calling me dude.
Scrooge.
It's the least you could do. No, it's the Scrooge.
Big deal, it's the same.
The Scrooge is much cooler. My rock and roll name. I've had it since I was a teen in the band.
I think we're getting ahead of the plan. I know full well of your Baroque band affair.
I sing like a bird with a full head of hair.
We'll deal with your past in this play, Ebenezer, and see how you went from rock idol to geezer. But first, like I said, there is a part 2. 3 spirits are gonna haunt you.
Oh, that's okay. I'll pass. Well, thanks for coming. Your outfit really is stunning.
You have yet a chance of escaping my fate, of wearing a suit that you'll forever hate.
I have a chance? Tell me how so I know.
You gotta get haunted 3 times in a row. I thought I just said that. What, did I whisper?
No, I heard you. I'm just not a good listener. Couldn't they all help me now and be done? A ghost at a time might not be that much fun. One by one could also take too much time, especially since this entire play is done in a rhyme.
Scrooge, old pansy, man up and take warning. The first ghost is coming at 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning? That's a disappointment.
They're haunting you, Scrooge. You don't get an appointment. Ghost number 2 will be here the next night, at the same time, so you won't get uptight. The following midnight, the last ghost will be here, and then hopefully you'll be seeing more clear. Oh, look at the time. I'll be seeing you, Scout. I got some more people to haunt and freak out. Some people don't like that. They try to coast me, and that's why I'm in this skateboarding ghost posse. A skateboard does wonders to boost your street cred. Voted best transport device for the dead.
Jake.
So long, Scrooge. I can't hang out and rap. Just wait for your next ghost or just take a nap.
The Scrooge was now tired and went to lay down.
But then in his bed, he just flip-flopped around.
He could be snoozing there flat on his back if he drank some milk from the yaks at Peacock.
Peacock yaks have milk that will put you to sleep. Just drink a glass down, then start counting sheep.
Those yaks themselves count Peacock sheep profusely and mustn't be mixed up with things Dr. Seussly.
Seuss stuff is nothing like this.
No, indeed.
130% guaranteed. The clock then struck 1. What a horrible sound.
1 o'clock on. There's no one around. I was a fool. Could I be so blind? There is no haunting.
Hi there.
Never mind.
Sorry I'm late. I tried to be quick. My car kept on stalling because I don't drive stick.
Stick is a bit tricky. Try skateboard instead. It's voted the best transport device for the dead.
Hey, look. I don't go tell you how to be greedy. I'm here to haunt you. Capiche?
Oh, yes, indeedly. Who and what are you, if I might ask?
I'm the ghost of Christmases past.
Long past?
No, your past.
My past?
Yes, yours. Come to the window.
But we're up a few floors.
You're scared of falling?
Well, you could say that, but worse is the landing since we have no net.
I thought as much, so I brought you this stuff
long. It's anti-gravity spray and it's strong. One shot of this stuff and you should be cruising. It's way better than the old stuff I was using.
You mean I can fly now?
Well, you should fall slower. Your rate in descent might be just a bit lower.
Spray is rated for 25 pounds.
Fine, have it your way. We'll stay on the ground. Just take my hand to the country you go. We'll travel through walls and through time.
Cool!
I know!
We're here in the country.
That quick?
How bizarre. If you can do that, why drive a car?
Dudes dig the car. It's a mess for ghost dating. Plus, there's a good afterlife safety rating.
Hey, I know this place. I was a boy here.
We come to the place, but also the year. Here come a band of kids just down the lane.
I know that band. It's the Sneech Beach campaign. They were the coolest rock band in rural studies. Hey, over here, guys! It's the Scrooge! Now, they're my budlies.
They were a band, it's true, Ebenezer. They can't hear you, though. Besides, you sound wheezy.
Why can't they hear me?
'Cause we're back in time. You're just as loud as these guys as a mime.
The Sneech Beats were awesome. They went to my school.
Think back, though, Scrooge. Did you think you that cool? Here you are as a young boy, quite depressed.
Sitting alone after school at my desk, neglected by those who I thought were my pals.
With friends like that, who on earth needs a root canal?
The Sneech Beat campaign were the school superstars. Perhaps we weren't close.
You were unpopular.
I wanted so much to fit in and sing songs to make girls swoon and have hair that was long.
Good hair is important when singing to swoon.
I wish.
What's the matter?
Outside the front room, of my young firm, a young caroler stood with filled chest and howled. I wish I had threatened her less.
Here, take my hand. Better yet, grab my shoulder. Let's see Christmas when you're a bit older. The others for Christmas all went to their house. The school halls were empty, which left you alone.
Dear brother, oh brother, smooch, smooch, kissy, kissy.
It's little fan.
Sis?
Uh-huh, did you miss me? Dear brother, you must put that guitar down. I've come here to bring your bun straight out of town. The rest of yourself, too, is welcome to come. Pack all your stuff, bro, 'cause we're going home. We'll be a family. We'll sit and eat cereal with folks who share our genetic material.
Home? Little fan.
Yes, father is kinder. He no longer thinks you're a pain in the hinder. Home is like heaven. Joy is sublime. Life is so great, we just cry all the time.
Sounds like a blast.
Joy in every tear.
Maybe I should just stick around here.
Too late, you dreamer. We packed your stuff for ya. Tell me to unpack it, and I'll just ignore ya. We used a crowbar, some string, and a prayer, just to stuff all your stuff into there. Take this box outside, and his guitar. Here, you two Scrooges.
Snooty fruit bars!
That was the best thing I ate at that school.
Your sister was delicate as a toadstool.
And had a large heart.
Yes, who'd have expected your heart to be teensy and half disconnected? She died a woman with one kid.
It's true. He has her heart and her bed-headed hairdo.
Well, giddy up with the yippee-doo. We'll jump to another Christmas starring you.
Why, I can't believe it. I'm here with my band.
You're there with your voice and your hair.
And a tan. Hairy and tan with my new rock persona. I was the Scrooge from the band Love Bologna.
You played for the Christmas dance.
Oh, that was big.
It was thrown by your manager.
Old Fezwig. He was the fastest, most dancingest mister.
And who's dancing with him?
Looks like his sister. Wait a sec. Oh, no, that's his wife. Mrs. F. She had exceptionally good smelling breath.
I smell it from here.
It's like bacon.
And cherries.
Pick the right lady. Oh, plus she's an Aries. Oh, wow. Hear those high notes. I had quite a range. Right hand on the mic while the left strokes my mane. That's how you do it. That's makes the girls squeal. That's what they call rock and roll. Seuss appeal.
All right, he did it.
The word Seuss was mentioned.
But that was just a clever wordplay invention.
This play is not Susie.
It's Dickensy most.
And so to Dickens, we propose a toasty.
We raise our glasses.
Both filled about hasses.
And slurp with the masses.
These cups of molasses.
Old Dickens surpasses.
Authors of all classes.
And rises like gases.
From composted grasses. Right to the top of our
list of good writers. Not good molasses.
Let's go try the ciders.
Well, it's nice Fezziwig through this soiree. At no great expense, though, I'd venture to say.
No great expense?
Well, it's not such a feat to make these folks happy that came off the street.
Fezwick was full of joyful charisma. There's tons of examples of which I could quiz ya.
No small task, then?
Not at all. Are you mental? He'd make us smile and bear all our dentals.
So he had a great kindness?
No one can match it.
Look at what the young you is doing. You're no longer singing. It looks like you're wooing.
Oh,
You're popular now from what I can tell.
Goodness me, could that be my bell?
You're a great singer. I'm not even joking.
No offense, but I think you're smoking. Do you want my autograph? It's just one letter.
Actually, I thought that this would be better.
My mind is a race car called mental abstraction.
Perhaps it's a chemical love type reaction.
It compels me to go down on one knee. Dearest, what's your name?
Belle?
Marry me?
I was engaged.
Let's fast forward, Scooch. Your new love of money has made you less close.
What's happened to you, Scrooge? You used to be fun.
It's the Scrooge.
Oh, please.
Hey, there's work to be done.
The Scrooge was your stage name, but you quit the band. Your life is becoming tightwaddish and bland.
I've kept the stage name. It imitates fools. Just ask my employees, and plus, it's still cool.
You're getting cooler towards me, that's for sure. A new lover has you despite my allure.
What other lover? There's no one. That's funny.
Here's a hint, Scrooge. Her name rhymes with money.
Bunny, Sunny, Honey. Help me out.
It's money, you dope. Is your brain in a drought?
Oh, sure, you mock it. My newly found wiseness, but poverty sucks, and that's why I'm in business.
It's pronounced business.
I knew that.
Okay, now I have a test, just a short game to play. If your money and I were both tied to some tracks and a choo-choo was coming from Western van packs, what would you say first, your money or me?
Give me a minute to weigh it carefully.
Not the right answer.
I'm thinking it over.
It's clear, Ebenezer, that you love another. I release you to your real-life lover. I hope you'll be happy in this life you've chosen and won't let your heart become even more frozen.
Ouch. That was harsh.
Spirit, this whole thing blows. Take me home now. I must go wipe my nose.
Just one more glimpse to the past, Ebenezer. Here is your Belle with a husband who pleased her. They had 20 children and named them all Ned.
Yoo-hoo, Ned!
This might not be all of them. Some are in bed, but mostly it's because our cast is too small.
Honey.
Yes, dear?
Guess who I saw today?
I can't guess. Was it my old fiancé?
I walked past his firm. He seemed even more loathsome. I just can't imagine a person more lonesome.
Aw.
Enough of this junk. I can't take anymore. Harm me no more. Take me back, I implore.
Don't blame me. This is your past as it happened.
Bring my bed back. I need some more napping.
And so with a snap,
The Scrooge went back to bed.
with visions of Belle and all her kids named Ned.
Now that might sound Susie to you, but that's bogus.
We'd never do that.
Unless someone controlled us. The Suessified Dickens can ruin the aesthetic.
The actors would need to be twice as athletic.
And our cast don't exercise much.
Let's admit it.
So if that's what you're thinking, then please,
Kindly quit it. At this point, the actors are plumb tuckered out.
And some of you just want to stand up.
No doubt.
Or sprawl out.
And stretch.
Do yoga.
Go potty.
And some of you just want to hang out in the lobby.
So go ahead.
We'll give you time.
Do your thing. And then hurry back.
Because our stopwatch is ticking.
We still have the best half of the show to go.
And that's why we're bothering telling you so.
You have been listening to A Suessified Christmas Carol by Peter Blodell. Tonight's show is sponsored by Red Door Performing and Visual Arts. Does your dog leave the room when you sing? Does your family hide all of your arts projects when you bring them home?
Thousands of households suffer from bad art every year. Help stop the spread of bad art by attending the Red Door Performing and Visual Arts, located at 1087 Pruitt in the Woodlands.
With classes in acting, arts management, playwriting, stage makeup, and many, many more. RDPVA is the only place to train. Visit www.rdpva.com to begin your adventure.
Get inspired and become the real you. And now, back to our show.
Welcome back, gang, to part 2 of the show.
The actors are rested and raring to go.
They just got massages.
And perky bean smoothies.
Acting is hard.
It's not easy to do these.
Those perky beans perk you up just like they say.
And give actors vigor to finish their play.
Our cast of weaklings have just been transformed into high-octane athletes who love to perform.
The actors are backstage just jumping around.
We just saw the Scrooge bench press 500 pounds.
Our cast is amped up from those perky bean plants.
So fasten your seatbelts.
And zip up your pants.
Enter the Scrooge as he retakes his place.
What strength.
And what energy.
Check that game face.
There's a cue.
Time for Ghost number 2.
His outfit's outrageous.
Be back in 2 pages.
Well, there's the bell and no ghost again. Are ghosts always late? Perhaps they...
Ta-da.
You guys need to come with the beldings. Haunting and startling are two different things. I like your outfit. I find it most pleasant.
I'm the ghost of a Christmas present.
A play on words?
Get it?
Yeah, I got the drift.
Because the present means now and
You're dressed
I'm
like
dressed
a
like
gift.
a gift. Yeah, a present.
That's very clever. Did you think of that?
Just an idea I pulled from my hat.
Nice.
Well, why don't you touch some of my wrapping paper and we'll begin our Christmas present tea caper.
Into the streets the two of them trod.
But no one could see their invisible bods.
The time was present, the city his own, but this time the glimpse was one Scrooge hadn't known.
He usually walked through the streets in a way that kept him from noticing life's bright array.
Boot sounds and shovel sounds once made him sick, but now made of snowy, cold magic music.
The shops and the smells, pretty girls under shawls.
Bright faces with smiles and cold hands with snowballs.
Church bells with their chimes.
And bakeries baking.
And Christian hearts pumping to give before taking.
Windows gleam warmly with family and friends, as if light came from not fire, but from men.
Or better yet, heaven, as it truly does.
The city alight and the night was abuzz.
This was the Scrooge's own time, full of Christmas.
How on earth could I have possibly missed this?
Your fear of poverty's taken a tax. Your eyes have been blinded by greed cataracts. The poor more than many rich are blessed with cheer. Despite their hardships, let's take a look here.
What house is this?
It's the house of your clerk.
The one I underpay and overwork?
Correct.
Cratchit?
Exactly.
Do you mean Bob?
Yes, he's so poor all of his children have jobs. Ringo's a lawyer and Sally's a dentist and Buff is a garbage collector's apprentice. Tully builds houses and Jen fixes cars and Nip studies meteors that fall from Mars.
Merry Christmas, my family.
What child is with Bob? Is he employed gainfully?
That's little Timmy Lou Who in the mix. He's just a surgeon and that's 'cause he's 6. All of them work, they work all the time, but since they're just kids, they won't make a dime.
Timmy LaHoom. Why does he have a crutch?
His legs don't walk good, at least not good that much.
Lord bless you now, Bob, and sit down for dinner. It's Christmas time, and so our dinner's a winner. Sally, bring in the banana peel salad.
You'll just love the pity prim dressing we added.
Ringo, please pour the zoot-fruited fruit juices.
Zoot fruits grow on antlers, zoot-fruited mooses.
This juice is delicious, but how will it do ya?
And don't drink it fast. It'll shoot its way through you. And last on our menu, let me introduce the main course of all, our bingo bird goose.
Ooh, there's not too much meat on that bird. Just a smidgen.
A bingo bird goose is the size of a pigeon.
Oh, Mother, you've done it. That Binky Bird Goose is the best one I've seen served with zoot-fruited juice. Let us say grace with these Christmas provisions.
That can't feed their family. What are they, magicians?
Will you carve the bird, Bob? This knife will suffice it.
That can't feed them.
That depends on how you slice it.
Have they no public shelf that will listen?
What of the workhouses? Are there no prisons?
Hey.
See what I did there?
Yes, those words are mine.
In haunting school, we learn that stuff all the time. It's called a guilt trip.
Yes, I know what it's called.
Better start carving. Don't let it get cold.
Lovely. We all should get one piece of meat. That's 1 inch by 1 inch by an 1/8 inch deep.
What? That's insane. That would not fill my tummy. That's sort of like eating just one pepperoni. Look how they savor it. And how they're all grateful.
Even though they hardly have half a plateful. But don't be alarmed by all of this gratitude. Mr. C's about to cop a big attitude.
Ah, what a meal, with which our chins are greased. A toast to the Scrooge, the king of the feast.
The Scrooge, our feast is king. Oh, that's a good. I'll give him a piece of my mind to feast on.
Now, dear, think of the children. It's Christmas.
It better be Christmas to toast to that man's grimness, that stinky old, crusty old misery doofus. I'll drink to him. Bob, for your sake and not his. Cheers to the Scrooge, whose life is deficient. May he live just as long as is sufficient.
And may God bless.
God blesses everyone.
Blessings.
Blessing to each and under the sun.
Oh, Timmy LaHoo is a dear cutie pie. Tell me now, Spirit, is he gonna die?
Nah, Tim will be old. Will live to be old and well fed. No, I'm just kidding. The kid will be dead.
Say it's not so.
It's not so, but it's true.
What's true? He'll die?
Yeah, but what's it to you? He'd better die and spare our whole nation from the weak and the surplus population.
Oh, what the?
See what I did again? You said that earlier.
Yes, it's the guilt trip. I get it.
Let's hear it for Christmas.
The ghost led the Scrooge then out under the sea and stopped at a lighthouse so that he could see.
That in this remoteness the two keepers there, so wish Merry Christmas and give good cheer.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Noel.
And Whoopi.
This two both souls are as blithe as it can be.
And see what I did? This lighthouse is a beacon, lighting the dark, just like Christmas season.
Got it. Your razor's with not lost on me. My grade point average was a 3.93.
Yep, you're a smarty. There's more in the ocean. Here are some sailors with similar notions.
Wait a sec. I know the laughter. But who? Why, it's my nephew Fred, little fan's son with the bed-headed head.
He said to me, Christmas time is a humbug.
More shame for him, the old misery lug. I have no patience for him.
Oh, he's funny. He's not very pleasant. I'll grant you that, honey. But when I see him, I see something that died. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried.
Well, he refused us, so I won't miss the loot.
Yeah, too bad he's missing this Christmas blowout. He's missing our games too, like Capture the Flag, Christmassy football, and Holiday Tag.
Oh, that was monstrous fun. More fun by half.
Now's when we throw our heads back and laugh.
I know the game we should play at this fling. We should all play a game of Guess the Thing.
We love Guess the Thing.
It's the gamiest contest that we could think of.
and helps our food to digest.
Fred, you just think of a thing and we'll guess it. Then you just stand there and know it or yes it. Thought of a thing?
A thing I've thought.
Is it a juggling platypus?
Not.
A buffalo hoof?
No.
A dingo dog paddle?
No.
A turnip squirrel riding a boom boom side saddle?
No.
Is it a bongo boy smoking cigars?
No.
Give us a hint. What does it say?
Roar.
I've got it. I seen out through your subterfuge.
What is it?
It's your own dear Uncle Scrooge.
Yes. He's made us all merry in our Christmas leisure, so let's raise a glass to our old Ebenezer. To the Scrooge.
To the Scrooge!
In spite of himself, we wish him a Merry Christmas and good health.
The Scrooge was so into the party
As acted.
that he got a teensy bit over distracted.
The spirit had left him and Scrooge would have trapped him.
He wanted so bad with that ghost to unwrap him.
But most ghosts don't like getting unwrapped by men.
And so he tag teamed with the next ghost named Sven.
Sven's a nice ghost.
But he'll never speak to you.
That's because folks from the future don't need to.
It's just like you thought.
In some high-tech ways, they speak with their thoughts using mind power arrays.
And now for a short break. Mary had a little lamb with fleece as white as snow, but Mary left her wool outside when to prop-making class she would go. Leadership class gave her confident skills that boosted her life and gave her a thrill.
'Cause at the Red Door Performing and Visual Arts, Mary was training to be an art superstar. First thing she did was visit the site at rdpva.com. What a night.
It led her to fashion and costume design, theater history, and movement. These classes blew her mind.
Who knew you could find all the arts in one space? But RDPVA seems to be the right place.
And now back to our play.
What a great party. Should I have been nicer to my nephew Fred? My blood needs de-icer, or a new setting or functional knob for my core body temperature adjustment knob. Spirit, let's go and see more of the same. I want to party. I want to play games. Spirit, oh, ghostly present. Where'd you go? Who are you? Oh, well, hello. Are you the next spirit? Looks like you've come from the future, or near it. Yeah, okay. So, do you speak? Or if you could say something, that'd be sweet. Hey, oh, yeah, I read you. I'm getting a signal. It's faint. No, still staticky. Yeah, coming in big now. Roger that, Ghost Rider. 10-4, you betcha. You're the ghost of Christmas future. I got you.
Well, the old codger has cast his last check,
Played his last hand.
and thrown out the deck. Where do you think all his dough's gonna go?
None of it went to me. That's all I know.
Funeral looks cheap enough. Figures.
Yeah, don't it?
Doesn't look like anyone's gonna go to it. What if we went?
Is there food?
I'm not knowing. If there's not a lunch in there, then I'm not going.
I think I see where this is going. The poor man's plight is the same row I'm hoeing. Why are you pointing? I get the lesson. I'm like the dead guy. You have my confession. Okay, I'm freaking out. I must admit, this is a fearful place. Couldn't we split? Sven, I get what you wanted me to do, and I would if I could, but I can't bring myself to. I take a peep, my mind remains wary. Man, for a Seuss place, this is getting quite scary.
It's not a Seuss play, it's by Charles Dickens.
We're just at the place where the plot starts to thicken.
The plot might be thick enough, won't you agree?
Sven's a nice ghost.
But he's scaring me.
This is all for your transformification.
And nothing to do with the Seussification of Chuck Dickens' story.
From beginning to end.
It's Seusless as Seusless can be, my good friend.
Besides, if this were the Suessified version, would we be here on a sleepwalking excursion?
Good point. My body just stunk, Sven. How could you breathe? Oh, 1 minute longer and I would have heaved. What vision is this? Oh, good, Bob Cratchit's dueling. This will be nicer, perhaps better smelling. Wait a sec. What's with the oblongest faces? Stressing them as jobs? Is that what the case is?
Father! My family, what a sweet choirs. Yet one voice is missing and not heard before us.
Aw, Timmy's sweet voice with its deity is quiet down and in the ground all alone.
In the ground? What can they mean? What's the caper? Oh, did he quit his job and become a landscaper?
He's pushing up daisies.
I knew it.
He bought the farm.
I knew he could do it.
Ashes to ashes.
Dust to dust.
My yard has red cedar mulch. It's a must. But the ash might be nice for a quaint garden space.
He kicked the bucket.
Departed erased.
He bought the pine condo.
He snuffed out and wasted.
Wait a sec. Are they still talking landscaping?
No.
Then what? Where's young Tim and his fair little head? I see his crutch and his chair and...
He's dead.
Oh. I'm gonna tug it out from these haunting boughs.
That took you way too long to figure out. Not that I see you, if that's what you're thinking, because I don't, and that's why I'm winking.
Oh, my poor child. My poor Timmy Lou Lumpkin.
There, my dear Bobby Bobbles.
My pumpkin.
Easy there, Bobby. I might break your breastbone.
No, he has a callus.
Plus, it's called a chest bone.
Not that we see you,
Or hear what you say.
but if we did,
We would cry anyway. My dears, when we think of how patient and mild little Tim was a surgeon and a child, let us hold back from each other all quarrels in memory of Tim. Thus endeth the moral.
Oh, Sven, you space ghost of Christmas to come. Are we nearly finished? Because I sure am bummed. My heart is an ache full of sorrow and pain. Wait, no, that's my hip. I think they're both sprained. Before I draw near to the stone, might I ask, are all these visions you've shown me at last things that will be, or could things be changed if I took a course less mean, bad, or deranged? I see you pointing, and you like my focus, to be on that gravestone which stands and provokes us. The name on that stone. Oh, what a queengadink. It's almost exactly like my name, I think. What are the chances this corpse has a name that's practically like mine? In fact, it's the same.
The Scrooge had a revelation in his head.
He was the guy in the grave and was dead.
Sven, I think you've shown me this for a reason. There must be a reason unless you're just teasing. Take me back home. I will change. I repent. I'll be a new geezer 100%.
The Scrooge began thinking some thoughts that were new.
What if my thoughts about Christmas aren't true? What if Christmas isn't quite so deplorable? What if Christmas means a teensy bit more memorable?
The Scrooge's heart grew 3 more sizes that night.
Or just got installed.
Or got hooked up right.
Whatever it was.
At that very hour,
the Scrooge was bestowed with Christmas superpowers.
This is fantastic. I just want to holler. I feel like a newborn baby, only taller. Sven, thank you so much. I'm just drunk with joy. Merry Christmas to all and to all. Hey, boy, what day is it today?
What, are you serious?
Yeah, what a fine lad. Tell me, Sonny, I'm curious.
Why is Christmas Day?
Christmas Day?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, the ghost freaked me out one night. I'm as thrilled as it could be. Just one night has passed and I thought it was 3. I haven't missed Christmas. Those ghosts were hard at it. In a Fisher trifecta Christmas automatic. Boy, there's a shop at the corner of Durkee.
The one with the ginormous mistletoe turkey?
Yes, the prize bird hasn't been sold yet?
No, it's expensive. It comes from Tibbet.
Prices no matter. Go buy that bird, scurry. Have the man bring it back here in a hurry. The shilling is yours if you're quick on the mission, faster, and I'll pay your college tuition.
Right away, sir. I'll be fast as a hatchet.
The bird is fine for the family Cratchit.
Here I am back with your bird that you wanted.
Excellent job, my boy. Tuition granted. Gents, here's a wad full of cash for your trouble. Bring the bird to the Cratchit's house on the double. Then with the change, buy your wife something nice. Make it expensive and then buy it twice. Ah, the bird is too heavy for 2. We must have some people come carry it for you.
The Scrooge clapped his hands and strong men arrived to give the bird and 2 poulterers a ride.
Then through the streets the Scrooge skipped and he tripped. He danced with young ladies, he turned them and dipped.
He patted the children.
Gave beggars his treasure.
And found out that everything could give him pleasure. People were shocked by his brand new condition.
As he doled out cash wads and paid for tuitions.
Stunned people wished the ex-miser good morning.
And Merry Christmases sent his new soul soaring. But there was a residence the Scrooge was stalking.
He passed the door 23 times before knocking.
And then, when his courage surpassed all his fear, he knocked.
Excuse me? Is your master home, dear?
Younger gasped.
And then squeaked out.
Yes, he's in the dining room. So is the mistress.
He knows me.
I know.
May I see him, sweetie?
The whole town knows you. You're scary. Don't eat me.
I was scary once, but now I have new knowledge. That's why I'll pay for you to attend college.
Money? For college? Is this all for me?
Oh, here's some more. Go get your PhD.
From that Christmas day,
right from the start,
the Scrooge single-handed made that city smart.
Thank you, sir. Right this way.
Happy to help.
The whole party saw the Scrooge enter and gulped.
Why, bless my soul, Uncle the Scrooge.
Hello, Fred. Call me Uncle Scrooge.
Yes, but you said...
I never was all that rocky and rolling. I've taken a pill and I've swallowed it wholly. The pill is called Goodwill and True Christmas Joy. I've been a fool. Can you forgive me, boy?
Think nothing of it. You're welcome. Have fun. The prodigal uncle has finally come.
The Scrooge fell at home in no time with that throng.
They laughed. And they sighed. Just like that all night long.
There'd be games later, but first came the feast.
And old Uncle Scrooge got to carve the roast beef.
Now that might seem Seuss-like, but trust us, it's not.
What does Seuss have that old Dickens ain't got?
The Scrooge partied hearty with all his new friends.
But he wasn't done tying up some loose ends.
He came in early to work.
This is great.
Hoping that Cratchit would stumble in late.
He was as giddy as some young schoolboy.
'Cause he had a practical joke to employ.
Cratchit!
Yes, sir?
What is the meaning of it? Do you know the hour?
Yes, I'm late. I'll admit it. I'm sorry. My tardiness won't be repeated. I ate so much food last night, more than I needed. See, we got this turkey from no one knows...
Silent, Bob Cratchit. That is not my affair. You should be pleading with me on your knees. But instead, Mr. Cratchit, approach my desk, please. I will not stand for more days like today's. And therefore, Bob Cratchit, you're getting a raise.
Please, sir, I'm sorry. It's just a bad day. It won't ever happen. What'd you say?
You're getting a raise, Bob, not a small one. You put up with me, so let's see what you've won.
Behind door number 1 is a family vacation to Tiki Tuk Island, a great destination. It's always warm there, the weather is peachy, you all get nice tans because it's almost all beachy.
Behind door number 2 is a whole lot more moolah. Bob, you deserve it. This is what is due ya. On top of that will be care for your loved ones. Your struggling family will now have a slush fund.
Behind door number 3 is the old Scrooge himself with something more to offer. More than just wealth.
Bob, you got quite a heart. Mine's here inside. It's trapped in a cage and it keeps me alive. Yours, it extends out to the world, don't you see? And I've got a case of Bob Cratchit heart envy. Working for me hasn't been any picnic, and you've never once asked for more in your paycheck. I've been a fool, and you're more the man. I'm just so sorry, so please take my hand. Please accept from the dark depths of my heart my most importantest blood-pumping chest body part. Deep from inside my left ventricle basement, I offer my sincerest I'm sorry statement.
Is there some small hidden camera on me? I saw something like this on Joke Show TV.
It's not a joke, Bob.
He means what he says.
It seems less like Dickens.
But trust us,
It is. There's not a drop of sushi juice in this show.
We feel that's important.
Just thought you should know.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Perhaps a tad.
Would a small dose of Seuss be so bad?
Okay, we did it.
That's right.
We confess this.
We Suessified this plot and rhymed it for Christmas.
Don't try this at home.
That's a note to the newbies.
Leave it to the actors and technical crewbies.
This stuff takes training.
You must be alert.
We don't want to see anybody get hurt.
The Scrooge lived a happy life, free of old scrutiny.
Even in the community.
The Scrooge and the Cratchits became closest friends.
And Timmy Lou stayed alive in the end.
Some people laughed at his altered Scrooge prudence, but colleges all saw a boost in new students.
And so with this happiness, we'll let you go.
To count your own Christmas blessings here below.
And may God bless.
God blesses everyone.
Blessings to each of you.
Our play is done.
Thank you for listening to York Junior High's presentation of A Suessified Christmas Carol by Peter Blodell. A special thank you to our sponsor, Red Door Performing and Visual Arts. If you're looking for the best adventure of your life, then you've almost found it.
The Red Door Performing and Visual Arts is the place where you can truly embrace and live your dreams.
Located at 1087 Pruitt in the Woodlands, RDPVA offers classes in acting, art appreciation, theater history, leadership, movement, and many others.
RDPVA students receive unique, intense training that puts them ahead of their peers and has landed several RDPVA students at the Alley Theater stage.
Check out our Facebook page or visit us online at rdpva.com and discover how unique your journey can be.
If you mention hearing this radio ad, you'll get 10% off your first semester.
So call 281-542-0500 and live an energized life today. You have been listening on your Lone Star Internet Radio and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1. This concludes our show, so from our cast and crew, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.